Well, hello, everybody. Welcome back to Matteo's Corner. As you can see, we are going to be playing the Chronicles of Narnia, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe for the PS2. This is a game that was based on the movie that Disney made way back when, somewhere in the 2010s. I don't remember exactly when this movie came out, but I love this movie. I think it's a great adaptation of the series. So let's just start it up. We'll have to skip a lot of the cutscenes because it uses footage from the movie and that could get copyrighted. I'll catch you up to speed when things happen. So this is essentially the beginning of the movie. Uh, and you're escaping a bombing raid that's happening. I think it's World War II? World War I? World War II? Can't remember exactly which war it is. And this is also, if you noticed, a co-op game. So you can actually have someone else play with you, and sadly, I don't have anyone else to play with, so it's just going to be me. Okay, hang on. We gotta find stuff. There are sadly also no subtitles, so we'll just have to... I'll try to not talk when the cutscenes happen. I decided to play this game because, one, I grew up with this game. I remember I got it for a birthday one year because the movie had come out really close to my birthday, which is always in December. I don't remember much about this game. Hi, Susan. Let's go. So the way the game plays, it's kind of like the Lord of the Rings video games from like the PS2 era, but it also has elements from like, what is it, like X-Men Legends and things like that, where you get a team of 3 to 4 people, depending on what level you're in, and you run around and you go through just, the events of the movie. And each Pevensey kid has a unique thing that makes him special. So like Peter is the one that does the most damage. He can push and pull things quicker than most people. Later on in the game, Susan, gets her bow and stuff like that. Lucy's the one that can heal people, and she could also like attack enemies and use them as like rideable mounts, and you can like use the enemies to damage other enemies. You'll see what I mean when we get those moves. Oh. Okay. We will have to get double damage. Yeah, Peter is the one that does the most damage, so there we go. Perfect. Now you'll see what I mean. I do remember slightly that this game was really hard if you're playing it by yourself after a certain part. Like, the difficulty just decides to spike. I don't remember if it's near the end or not, but yeah, even like, if I remember correctly, the final boss was also pretty weird, difficulty-wise, but we'll see. Maybe I'm remembering it differently. Maybe I wasn't very good at it when I first played it. Maybe things will be different. And yes, I'm going to collect all the coins I can because I'm going to need these coins to buy power-ups later. I don't think the shields do anything. I think it's just to unlock bonus content. So I think we're good. I can imagine playing this in 2-player mode, things would go so much quicker.
Susan, try using your torch to find the key.
Cool, we found the key. We escaped. We lived. Ah, well, here's a little bit of the cutscene so you see what they look like. They're very compressed, they're edited a certain way, because, you know, you could only use a certain number of whatevers for the film in your licensed game. Mr. Edmund, by the time this story is done, you're going to be afraid of the dark. You're just going to be like, what is even going on?
Your Majesty. Until then, dear one. Edmund? Oh, Edmund! You got in too. Isn't it wonderful? Where have you been? With Mr. Tumnus. Are you alright? You look awful. Well, what do you expect? I mean, it's freezing. How do we get out of here?
I just realized the moon is huge. Look how big that thing is in the background. All right, Edmund's the first one that gets a melee weapon in the game. That's right, there's no jump button. How do we do this again? It's really funny because I was saying earlier, I don't remember much about this game, but I remember like the first few levels. Makes me wonder if I honestly just blocked the rest of the game out. Or maybe I played the first few levels so much because I wanted to get like more upgrades and stuff. Ooh, you've unlocked team up abilities. Oh, so that's another thing too with this game. They really did want you to do co-op. So what they did is they made these co-op attacks. So certain, like if you pick one kid and you put him with another kid, the two actually, oh, enemies. So let's just beat up all these wolves. Everything will be fine. Yeah, so those co-op moves get more and more crazy as you go on. Like you can unlock, gosh, like there's one where Edmund and I think it's Edmund and Peter, they link arms and then they spin with their swords and they become like a Crash Bandicoot Beyblade of Death. So that's kind of cool. But we probably won't see any of those till near the end of the game for obvious reasons because, you know, we're still at the beginning, but speaking of moves. Okay. Yeah, let's health upgrades are definitely needed. Increases the total health of all the kids. And yeah, so each Pevensey kid, yeah, I thought there weren't any subtitles. Each Pevensey kid has their own upgrades, but then they also have upgrades that are shared, which I appreciate that some of those are shared like that, because goodness, I remember the days of like Two Towers. I mean, we played Two Towers on this channel, and one of the weirdest things was, oh, you beat the level with Aragorn and you got certain upgrades, but now you have to go, like, go do it again 2 more times in a row as every other character, because they don't share like health upgrades or anything like that, which Return of the King fixed that issue. They went and were like, yep, nope, we're gonna get, you know, the if you get a health upgrade, yes, that health upgrade will definitely be used for everyone else. Oh, I'm talking more about Lord of the Rings than Narnia. I apologize. I was just live streaming the very first Lord of the Rings game, the Fellowship of the Ring, a while back. I love that game. In terms of Narnia, I haven't read all the books as much as I probably should have. I've only really read, you know, The Magician's Nephew, Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, Prince Caspian, and of course there was the movie. Voyage of the Dawn Treader movie was weird, but I liked the book. I think I liked the book. I need to read it again. Silverchair, I don't remember much about. Never really read Horse and His Boy. I don't remember the final battle at all. I've been trying to reread a bunch of stuff I haven't read in a while, so I think this series is on that list somewhere.
Lucy, come on.
Oh, this is right when they hurt Lucy's feelings because they don't believe her,
That's enough.
even though she's the more trustworthy one.
We need to find her before Mrs. McCready does.
I like how Susan was just like, yeah, good job, Peter. Good job being a jerk. Poor Lucy's just having a hard time, and he and Edmund both. Okay. I remember this level, though. This is another level that I remember vividly, because there's a certain thing where, oh, there she is, the McCready. Oh, we gotta go hide. I gotta go find a place to hide. Is there a place to hide? Really? There's no place to hide?
How many times do you have to be told? It simply will not do. Now back to your rooms.
Okay. Oh, I bet we had to hide down here. Oh well, whatever. Do need to go down there, though, eventually. You know what else I remember about this game? I remember that some of the levels in this game are really, really long. Like, way too long. Oh, I think I see Lucy down there. Hang on. Yep. Guess we'll just beat up every bit of furniture in the house. Everything will be fine. Don't worry about it.
Leave me alone.
Oh, there were places to hide here. You just needed to break the boxes. Ugh, whatever. Alright, let's hide. You there. You go there.
What is that?
Fun fact, the place Susan hides. I think she actually does that in the movie when they're playing hide and seek, if I remember correctly. Sorry, I was just looking at, I think, are those trees on the coins? I never really took a look at what were on the coins before. Oh yeah, they're trees. Don't remember the significance of that. There's something. Don't remember though. Like I said, it's been a while. I also remember that the what was it, the BBC? They did their own version of Narnia, where like Aslan was this full like animatronic lion, and for the time, this was like this. It was a beautiful animatronic. Still actually holds up pretty well when you look at it in terms of like what they were able to do with it. But it was very much a smaller scale. Like all the animal characters were people in costumes, except for Aslan. But I think they did most of Narnia. I know they did Prince Caspian. I know that they did the Silver Chair. I don't know if they did any other ones. I'll have to take a look at that. That might be something to look into and talk about later. Oh, right. I gotta... It's Susan. There we go. Get those bats out of here. Those JPEG bats. There's a section where the professor guy, he's just chilling, thinking of something, and you have to like not wake him up, like you can't disturb him. And when you do though, he looks like he doesn't care. He's just like, oh, okay, cool. But his but I don't even, caretaker, I guess, would be her position. I don't really know what to call her. I don't remember. She gets mad at you, but I just think it's funny that the professor just doesn't care. He's just like, oh, well, whatever. Just saying hi. I don't mind people saying hi. It's so lonely living in this giant mansion by myself. I think this is the part right here. Is this where the professor is? Huh. I always did like the professor character in Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Oh yeah, there he is. He's right there. He's in the hallway, just staring into a room, thinking. I always liked his character because, like, at the time, right, Peter... Can we go past him? I can't remember. Oh, yeah. Peter and Susan, you know, they're trying to be all adults, and they're like, oh, stop playing pretend, and blah, blah, blah. And the professor, like, they talk to him about Lucy, and his whole thing is, well, is she or Edmund the more trustworthy one? And they're like, well, it's Lucy. And he goes, okay, then what's the debate? What do they teach you in schools? Where's the logic? Like, if Lucy is the one that's supposedly the one who is the more reliable one in terms of telling the truth, then that's the one you should listen to. And when they question, like, but, oh, well, this place can't really exist, he goes, well, how do you know that? You haven't gone to look. You haven't looked. And I think that it's kind of a, makes him a very, it makes him a character that you remember later, for sure. Because, you know, he is the only one of the NPC characters in Narnia who are the adults that actually listen to the kids about certain things. Even though he's very brief. And I think he's a reference to another character from one of the books, but that was supposed to become like before Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. I don't really remember. Again, I would like to read these books again, and then just like do like a discussion on it sometime. I've been meaning to do that for a lot of series. Like I really want to do that with Lord of the Rings again. Talk about the movies, talk about the books, the video games. Yeah, I think that'd be kind of a fun time. Especially because, like, with Narnia, there's 7 books, man, you know, and I've only really remember, like, 2 of them. Well, 3, counting Magician's Nephew. It's Prince Caspian, this one, and Magician's Nephew. I love Magician's Nephew, not gonna lie. It's a very good story. Very good prequel. I think if you weren't going for coins, a lot of these levels wouldn't be as long as I'm making them feel. But we need these coins to get upgrades, so that's why I'm taking my time whacking every piece of furniture in the house. Okay. Well, I just realized why they have the tennis ball that Susan can use. Because there's a scene in the movie where they're like, I think it's even in the book, where they're playing like, is it badminton or something? No, maybe it's a different sport. And the ball they were using, I don't think it was a tennis ball, but one of the thing they were using goes through the window, and that's what prompts them to hide from Macready in the wardrobe. Meanwhile, in the book, I want to say in the book it's because there was some sort of like open house of the place, because I think that the house was also like a museum of sorts. I don't really. Well, that box opened up weird. That box. See that when Lucy got in there, it like the front just opened up. Oh, we got 30 seconds. That means that Macready tripped on something, or she bumped into something. Okay, now that the boxes are all gone. Stupid bat. There we go. That was Edmund skulking.
What? When are you going to grow up? Climb out of there. We have to get back to our rooms.
Funny how he chose to sit with, like, the garbage in the rain.
Right, let's go. Ed, do you think you could climb the drain pipe?
Wow, what a pro.
Where did you go?
Where have those children got to? What on earth was that?
Oh no! Hide! It's the Macready!
How did they hear that? She was, like, in another part of the house. Go, Edmund, punch those boxes. You'll be a boxing champion in no time. The boxer of boxing. Boxes. Shoot. Where's the direction of the wardrobe? Oh, shoot.
You children are one shenanigan shy of
Look, see him? He's just like, I don't care. Alright, let's just use Peter, because he can just whap him in one hit. That is kind of funny, though, when you think about it, because, like, if you played this game in co-op, people would fight over playing as Peter, because he's the one with double damage. That's something that normally you'd be like, why can't I be the strongest person? How come I have to be the weak one? There we go. Cool. That takes care of that. What do we get? Like a good? I'm expecting our rating to be like good, right? Nothing too fancy. Oh, we got excellent. Okay, that's cool. All right. Neat. Well, I think, everybody, that this is where we're going to stop for today. We got through 3 levels. That's, in my opinion, pretty good. I think if the last level wasn't so long, we probably could have kept going and got through this one too. But either way, we're going to continue this game. I do eventually want to try to beat it, so we'll see how fast that takes us. At any rate, you guys have a good one. Take care of yourselves. Keep rocking on, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.